All right, guys, we're on Canto 29, Dante's Inferno. This multitude, their wounds so various, has made my eyes, the lights I look by, drunk. So now they wish to stand there and just gaze, but Virgil said, are you still starting on? Are you still staring on? Why is your scene plunged so deep among such miserable, mutilated shades? That's what Virgil's asking Dante. You've not done this in any other pocket. Do you imagine you can count them all? Well, think, this trench goes 20 miles around. The moon already is below our feet. The time that we're allowed to stay is short, and much is yet to see that still you've not. If you had only cared, I answered him, to know the reasons for that lingering look, you would perhaps have let me stay still longer. But he, my leader, and myself behind was pressing on. I answered thus and added as I went, within that den where I just now with reason fixed my eye, there was a spirit of my blood who weeps, grieving the guilt that down there sets its price. My teacher then, allow no wave of thought henceforth to break around his memory. Attend to other things and let him be. I saw him standing by the bridge foot there, still gesturing, a threatening finger raised, and heard his name called out. Gary de Bello. Gary de Bello. You were so caught intent upon the sight of that one there, one sire of Altafort. You did not care to look around, so off you went. His violent death I now address my lord, which goes yet unavenged by any kin whose fate must be to share this lasting shame, inspires disdain in him. I judge that this is why he left, speaking no word to me. This all the more makes clear to me my duty. Our talk went on in such like terms until we found the jutting spur that showed, or what had there been light to see, the floor beyond. I stood there high above the final cloister of rotten pockets. All its postulants were present and revealed for us to see. A host of lamentations shot around me, their iron barbs sharp tipped with pain and pity. I covered up my ears with both my hands, such sicknesses as here there'd be if all contagions born of summer heat from wards throughout Sardinia, the Chiana Vale, Maremma, were brought together in one single whole. That's what it was, the stench that came from it, a fetor rising as from rotting limbs. A fetor, Fetor, rising as from rotting limbs, veering still leftwards as we always did. We searched that ridge and reached its final crag, and there more vividly I came to view the depths in which unerringly the power of justice, minister of one on high, will castigate those known on earth as frauds. No greater woe as I imagined it was ever, even in Aegina or Aegina, known where plague infected every citizen and air so drip malignancy, its creatures all, down to the smallest worm, fell sickening fast. This ancient race was then restored, so say those poets who believe it true, by seed of ants. Such woe appeared across the dark pit floor. See, in their different stooks, the spirits languishing, some sprawled across the stomach of the neck, some over shoulders, others on all fours, dragged on to make a change along the road. Without a word we went on, step by step, still gazing at and listening to the sick. They could not lift their bodies from the ground. I saw their leaning one against the next, propped up as pairs of saucepans are to lose, their heat too scabby spotted head to toe. And never have I seen a curry comb whisked by a groom whose boss is waiting by, or else disgruntled to be woken up. So brisk as these attack that raging itch, for which no salve can ever now be found, with biting fingernails to scrape at each. With fingernails each tore off showers of scabs as might a fish knife when it's skinning bream, or else perhaps some type with larger scales. You there whose fingers tear your chainmail off. To one of them my leader spoke these words, employing them as pincers sometimes too. Now tell us, may your manicure endure, your nails work well to all eternity. Are there Italians sunk with you down there? So Virgil's asking if there's Italians. It's kind of funny. We wrecked and ruined are Italians both. So sweeping one of them made this reply. No. So we wrecked and ruined our Italians both. So weeping one of them made this reply. But who are you that put to us this question? I am one, my leader answered, who descends with this still living man from ledge to ledge. My purpose is to show him all of hell. At this, the coupling that had held them sheared, and trembling, each one turned himself to me, as others did who heard these words in echoes. My good, kind teacher came up close to me, saying, just tell them what it is you want. And so as he now wanted, I began. So may the thought of you be never robbed from human memories in the first of lives, but live on brightly under many suns. Tell me who you might be and of what kin. Dread not for all your foul and loathsome pain, but openly make known yourselves to me. I was, one answered, an Eretine once. Alberto of Siena had me burned alive, but I'm not brought for what I died for. An Eretine once. Alberto of Siena had me burned alive, but I'm not brought for what I died for here. Oh yes, it's true in jest, I said to him. I've got the know-how. I can fly through air. Then he, all eyes excited but no genius, was eager that I put my art on show. I did not do a Daedalus, for that alone he got the one who called him son to burn me. But Minos, not allowed to judge amiss, condemned me to this final slot because in life I practiced as an alchemist. On land or sea, I turned towards the poet. Was anyone as gormless as these Sienese? Even the French aren't that idiotic. I which the other leper overhearing quipped in return, except of course for Stricka, who really knew what temperate spending is, and Nick as well, the twit, he in that garden where the clove seed grows, discovered first how rich the virtues of carnation are. Omit as well those merry men with whom Kid the Asian consumed both farms and vines, dazzled I, too, who taught the boy such wisdom. To see, however, who like you speaks here, to anti-Sienese, just sharpen up your eye. My face look hard may give you your reply. I am, you'll see, the shadow of Capocchio. Alchemically I falsified base metals, and if I eye you well, then you'll recall how marvelous an ape of nature I was. I am, you'll see, the shadow of Capocchio. Alchemically, I falsified base metals, and if I eye you well, then you'll recall how marvelous an ape of nature I was. So I want to look up who Capocchio was. Anyway.